So Nathan, could we just kind of get your thoughts on the game? Obviously, there was a late goal in the game to win it. Just your overall thoughts of the game.
Yeah, I thought honestly the first half it just wasn't good enough. Too many turnovers, sloppy in possession, no flow in the game. Their counter press and their second phase balls caused us a lot of problems, and we just weren't good enough. And we spoke about it at half time, tried to fix some stuff. Needed to fix our build. Their pressure was causing us problems, so we needed to add an extra number in our build up, and I think we managed to solve it. The first 10 minutes of the second half was sort of two teams trying to figure themselves out, and obviously they scored a goal from a set piece, which is a little disappointing to concede in that moment. But the response was positive. I thought the last 20 minutes we looked quite lively, created a lot of chances. Obviously, you make subs and bring players on, and quite honestly, all those subs made a huge difference for us. Hayley Hopkins was a massive threat. Olivia Wingate, a big threat in behind, and obviously got her first official professional goal. And then obviously you throw Carol on, and Caroline's always going to be a problem for the opponent. But yeah, I think we've done well. We've got a positive result here, which is a hard place to come, and we've done it without playing too well, to be honest.
Victoria?
Hi, congrats on the win, Nathan. I think you're 2-0 now, aren't you, at the helm?
Yeah. I think that might be it. Start waving the white flag and just be done at 2-0. What do you think?
Oh, well, that's all up to you. So, you talked about, the young players getting in and making a difference there late in the game. And then you were coming up with Challenge Cup and World Cup and having to manage minutes and get those players in. How important was it to see them make such an impact in the second half?
It's massively important because it increases our trust, and it increases their value. And we spoke about it before the game today, and the work that they put in every day to get themselves into these situations. And we talk about difficulties and opportunities. And I said to them, that every opportunity will have its difficulty. But the difficulties may lead to new opportunities. And today was a new opportunity for them to step on the field and produce the goods. And it's just built more faith that we have in them to know that they can do it at this level, which is huge for us. And we see them day in and day out in training, so we know what they're capable of. It's then just taking those positive actions and applying them to their overall game. So today we saw it, whether it be in 20 minutes or within 5 minutes with Hayley Hopkins' introduction into the final parts of the game. It's good, and it builds credibility for them.
And if I can just follow that up, we all know the importance and how good it is to learn from adversity and mistakes, but how important is it, especially coming off of last weekend's game, how important is it for them to learn from the good things that happen and to be able to build off of that and not rest on it?
It's massive. You can't understate how important momentum is in this game, whether it's this league or any other league. Momentum is crucial for any team. Builds belief in themselves, and we needed to produce again. We didn't want it to just be a one-off, and like I said, we're always performance-based, and we want the performance to always be good. And the performance was a little bit disappointing, in all honesty, but the result is good. So we can be really happy with the result. We can build on it. It gives belief in the players and a little confidence, and it keeps the momentum going into Saturday's game.
We are here with Brittany Radcliffe and Olivia Wingate. Obviously the two goal scorers of the game. If each of you guys just kind of want to give your opinions on the game, and then also how it felt to kind of score your guys' first goal of the season, and then also your first professional goal.
I guess I'll go first. God, I don't even remember. It was all a blur. No, I think in terms of the game, I think obviously there were some new players in the lineup, but it was exciting for us to see game minutes, make decisions on a big field against an opponent that isn't our own team. So I think that was really good for us, a good building moment. In terms of the goal, I think it was a great ball by Frankie. I think a great build up by the team, great ball in by Frankie, and fortunately took a touch and it went in. Not much more I can say by that. It's all about the pass from Frankie and the build up from our team. That's about all I got. So.
I would say the same thing, you know, I think that the game, it was a little bit hectic at times. I don't think that we were able to get a good rhythm, especially during the first half, but I think in the second half, we were able to settle the ball down a bit more and play more of our style. And, yeah, for my goal, I think I was just sprinting up to catch up with Caro, and try and, you know, either drag a defender out, so give her the lane, or if they didn't come with her, give me the opportunity to be a pass forward outlet. And she gave it across to Haley. And Haley, you know, she's 50-50. I didn't know if she was going to shoot it or she was going to pass. I stayed ready and she made the unselfish pass, a great pass. And I was just there to tap it in. So.
Awesome. Victoria?
Hi, congratulations on the goals. You know, Brittany, you talked about getting in there and getting those minutes against an opponent instead of being, you know, on the training field, especially with Challenge Cup games and with the World Cup coming up. How does it feel to like get out there and just really kind of get the legs stretched, get the mind going, get the juices flowing out there? And for you too, Olivia.
Yeah, I think I love, and I'm sure Olivia does too, I love our trainings. Like, they're super competitive. They really prepare us for games. So whether you're starting or not starting, like, our practices are so difficult that you're always ready when your moment is called. But there's something to be said about putting on the uniform, walking out on the pitch, having a ref, like wearing, like, it's a real game. So it's just different. And whether that's nerves, excitement, adrenaline, there's nothing that can be replicated in a game. And so I think it's good for people to experience that. Because again, it's different than practice. You can like try new things, make mistakes, whereas in a game, like, everything matters. And so it's important. Obviously, the Challenge Cup games are great. We want to win every game, but it's good that people get these opportunities. And then going into the World Cup, it gives people the confidence, like, hey, like, I can play 90, I can play on this field and I'm good enough. And I think it gives people confidence going into a break where we're going to need everyone on the field, and everyone on the team, all 30 of us, you know? So I think it's important and it's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have said it better. But yeah, no, I agree. And I think, you know, you don't know, like Brittany said, our trainings are phenomenal. They prepare us for every game and your moment. But like she said, the nerves, the adrenaline of putting on the jersey, playing in front of fans, it takes it to a completely new level. And really the only way to get comfortable in that environment is to be put in it. And so it's really exciting for people to be getting those minutes, especially with the World Cup coming up. People are going to have to step up and fill those positions. And it's a great confidence builder. And it's great for us to start getting a rhythm with that new group.
And so the first half probably didn't go the way you guys would have hoped it would go, but what was the message from the coaching staff and amongst yourselves with the culture of accountability at halftime, and how that prepared you for the second half?
Doesn't matter. I can.
Yeah.
I think obviously, like, we've been playing this game long enough. We're well aware of, sorry,
You're fine.
there's a lot going on. We are well aware when obviously, like, we're giving the ball away, like, in silly situations. Like, we're professional athletes, like, we understand, like, what's good and what's not good. And I think it's important to get the kinks out and go into halftime. I think our coaches did a really good job of not being negative in any way. They were like, hey, we're better than this, and we know we're better than this, so let's just be better than this. And I think it was very, like, optimistic and very positive. And I commend our coaching staff very well for getting us hyped to go into the second half. Like, okay, shake it off. Like, it happens. You're not always going to play pretty soccer. But as long as you go out there and fix all the mistakes you're making, I think that's most important. And I think that's, like Olivia said, the second half, we got off to a much better start. We calmed down, we got all the rust off. And I think that shows who we are as a team. Like, we're not just going to sink, you know, we're going to rise to the occasion when we have to.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. And I think that, you know, the coaching staff was great about, you know, it's a newer group that's coming in. So we're going to have nerves. There's going to be people who, you know, their touches on the ball, they're a little bit nervous. And so just being able to, like, settle in and keeping it positive and saying, you know, take your opportunities and be confident, because we train together every day. Like, we know each other, we know the style that we want to play. So let's go out and execute it. Tyler?
I had a question for Olivia. When I interviewed you before the season, you kind of mentioned that your biggest goal probably for the season was just to, embrace the moment and just like the opportunity that you have to play pro. I'd say you're definitely doing that now. Now that you've got your first goal and you've got a couple assists on the seasons, has that changed? Have you added to it a little bit, or are you still just thankful for what you have right now?
I mean, I'm still just grateful for what I have. I'm not taking anything for granted, because you have to earn everything that you're given here. And so, I'm taking every opportunity as it arises, trying to do the most with it. And that's kind of still my end goal of the season.
Awesome. Congrats on the 2 goals. Congrats on the win, and good luck in the next one.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
Yes, I have a question. If either of you could just talk about not being or being without Sean Nahas tonight, and how that affected the game, how that affected the strategy. I'm just curious to know from your perspective, what effect that had on your performance tonight.
Yeah. Again, I think it goes back to what we had said earlier about our practices. We're always ready to perform, and obviously the coaching staff is very important, but at the end of the day, we're the ones who are on the field. So I think it's important for us, no matter who's coaching us, to be ready and make the most of our opportunities. But in terms of Sean not being here, obviously it's a shame. We love Sean. He's our head coach, like he's our leader. But I think Nathan, Emma, Fabrice, Vic, our trainers, our support staff, I think they did a really good job of making it a seamless transition. And obviously we got a win, and it was really exciting. And again, Sean wasn't here, but I think our coaches did a great job, and you can see in the result we had, we stuck together. We pulled through a first half that wasn't great, but we came out in the second half and did our job and got the W. And I think that's a lot to be said about the coaching staff that was here and how they were able to rally us and get us going. And it just shows, like, practice, game, no matter what, we trust our coaching staff, every single one of them. We all have great relationships with them, individually and as a collective, and our coaching staff is great. So whether it's Sean, Nathan, Emma, Vic, Fabrice, they're great. And so no matter who leads us, we're going to listen and we're going to do our job.
Yep. I agree with all that. It's cohesive, and we know what we're supposed to do on the field. They know what we need to do, and so it was a seamless transition with Sean not here. Obviously, we miss him, but I think that our coaching staff stepped up and did a great job for us. So